Hey everybody, this is Madmaxed again with another raid video, and today I'm going to go over Doom Tower for like beginners and intermediates that just started out in Doom Tower and are really struggling with it. And remember, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, and just click that little subscribe button down in the corner. It's on sale today for $0.00 to subscribe. So anyway, the Doom Tower, when people first unlock it and they go into it, the one thing you'll notice is, and like when I started, and I don't like paying for the games because you can pump a ton of money into the game. Once you have everything, you're gonna get burnt out on the game. That's just the way it is. I mean, you may have bragging rights. I did this really quick, really early, and all that, but you're gonna get burnt out a lot faster when you have everything in the game. I mean, I play a lot of other games. I've played Guild Wars for the last 10 years. And I quit Guild Wars for like 5 years. I came back when some expansions were out because I had everything in the game. And even today, I log in. Sometimes I don't even log in and to get my dailies and might do a little bit on the game. But when you've got as much stuff and did all the stuff in the game, unless there's an expansion comes out and like for 2 or 3 months, you may get the stuff out of the expansion, but that's it. And so you get burnt out really quick doing that. But the thing is, I don't care if you're well and you're spending money, or you're a low spender, or you're a free to play guy. You look in Doom Tower, and Doom Tower has all of these goodies in it. And they've got coins, they've got chickens. I've already got all the normal done for this rotation. And so you get in the first Doom Tower, and the normal one, you get 3 and 4 star chickens. I think there's actually one 5 star chicken in there. It's with one of the bosses. But now in Doom Tower Hard, all the chickens are 4 and 5 star. Now you get a lot of coins, you get gems. The secret rooms here, they give you, the normal gives you epics. You'll get like Helmont, Dark Kale, all that. I've got all of those. I'm on Zilch right now. I think I've got maybe about 6 or 9 more months left, and I've got every one of the epics out of Doom Tower. And I don't know what you get after that, or if they give you anything at all. But I'll have all the epics. I've got one of the legendaries. You get legendaries by doing the Doom Tower Hard. I've got Thea already. I'm working on Euros now. But you get epic books. There's about 5 or 6 of these epic books every rotation. You see epic book, epic book. There's several of these epic books. There's voice shards. There's a lot of energy that you get. If you get up into the very high parts, like, once you hit 80 on Doom Tower Hard, you get a sacred shard. Everybody knows how hard that is to get. And you get legendary books. You get like 2 legendary books, which are extremely hard to get. Now, when you first start out, though, you're doing normal, and you'll go in, and I've seen people take Kale, and they'll take these attackers, and they try to go in. Now, you can take attackers, and you can just power through this thing if you have great attackers, great gear, and all that. And they've got to be fast. And yeah, you can do that. I mean, when you look at I took 5 turns, so I had 1 extra turn to be able to kill, well, 2 extra turns to be able to kill everything on the floor one. And these are nukers, every one of them. So they just power through it. It's really easy, but this is after playing 2 years. But when you first start out, you don't have the gear, you don't have these great nukers, and the people will go in with Kale and some of the other ones. Now I'm going to show you a slower, but it's a more it's like you can apply this even in the Doom Tower Hard if you're struggling on the floor. And I've had to do this. I've had to go in and put a tank crew in here. Now, when you look at the guys that I got, and I picked out some of the crappiest champions that I could find to show you that this is not that hard to do. I've got Plunder, which you're probably not going to have him, but you want somebody like him. I got him as a lead. The reason I got him as a lead is because he gives you 30% extra defense. And I picked out all defensive guys now. None of these guys are tacklers. It makes it a little bit slower. But you look, he has no books. He's got hardly any masteries at all. And the books alone will give him another 25% damage. The masteries will give you about another 25% damage. Getting into 60 would give him another 50%. So he's not going to do a lot of damage. He's got some decent gear on. It's not the best gear I got, but it's pretty decent gear. I mean, it's probably better than what you've got, but you don't even need this good. Now, I've got this guy that I'm going to use. He's defensive too. He actually doesn't help as much. His leech works, but you don't need an increased attack, because increased attack only helps your attack champs. But he does have a continuous heal, and he does hit fairly hard. But he's the same boat. He's got almost no masteries. He has some books that I throwed on him, actually. And his gear is just so-so. And he's only level 50. All these guys are level 50. Now, and that's what I look for. I've got Ryan Beast. He's got some pretty decent gear on him. I use him actually in the faction is the reason. He's got no books on him though. He's got very few masteries on him. Now, then you've got this guy, almost no masteries. He's got some books on him, but he's just a rare. And he really got some crappy gear. You look at 4-star green, 4-star green. It's a shield set, but it's not even a real good shield set. I don't even have hardly anything in his accessories leveled up. And so these are the type guys I tried to pick out to show you what this could do. And I mean, these are some of the lowest ones I got. I don't have a lot of rares anymore. I usually fed them for food for the epics, and for my legendaries to level up. But anyway, so this is floor 1. These guys are, use Fearless too. Wait a minute. So if you look at Fearless, I don't even think Fearless has got any books at all either. And Fearless does good. People put him, they kind of use him as like a glitch thing. They put in like 3 of their guys in there that are just nothing. Let you wipe them, and then Fearless comes back because he does a lot more damage once you kill everything. And so his damage goes up when all his allies are dead. So, let's see. But look, he's got level 8 gear on. He's not even been ascended up where he can even use an amulet. And and this is level 4 crap, and this is like common stuff. It's just nothing. This is stuff I got out of playing campaign. I got 2 items that, I forged. I got a ring, but it's just nothing on this guy. He's got no books. He's got no masteries. I mean, that's how poor this guy is. So hopefully by the time you're in Doom Tower, you got something better than these guys. But now these guys are all defense. So now the reason you want to put a defensive aura lead in is because whatever your defense on these guys are, when you look at one of them, you go down here and let's see. So he's got 2100 defense. It's not much, but 2100 defense with that aura is going to get you 600 and something more defense. So now you're at 27 something. Like with him, his defense is only about 1700, but you're going to get 30% more for that. And of course, I can get his defense up much higher by just going here and up in this and up in that. I mean, I can get his defense up way higher. But this is just to show you what crappy people can do. Now, one of the things you're going to look for on a defensive champ is you're looking for a buff for your defense. So when you look at their skills, you're looking for somebody, the shield, so-so, but anyway, he's got the increased defense. You want this. So and this is a 25%. This is the weak version of this. So you don't have to worry, because if you've got somebody that has a better one, if it's a better one, it takes over. And I think Plunderer does. I think it's got, the increased defense, but it's got the good one, 60%. So what that means is, but it's not booked. It's 2 turns on a 5-turn cooldown. If it was booked, it'd be 3-turn cooldown. Make it way easier just having books on it, because then everybody's going to have 60% more defense. That keeps your guys alive a lot easier, because now you take, like, okay, he's got a 30% aura for this, so that's 2,500. Well, then he's got about another 750 that he's got from that aura. So now his defense isn't at 2,500, so it's like at 3,300. And when he applies that skill to himself with 60%, well, that's over 2,000. So now he's got over 5,000 defense. 5,000 defense is really good to keep you alive. And like I said, these guys, they don't have good gear. They don't have masteries. They're not leveled up right. But this is just to show you what you can do with a defensive team in here. It's not quick. It's not fast, but it's a sure thing. And it makes it, anybody can build one of these teams when they're starting out. And you don't have to have, this will get you through the first probably 20 or 30 floors as long as you can beat the bosses. But if you're just starting out, you're probably not going to beat the boss, but at least you can get through the first 10. And then when you go through the first 10 floors or the first 20 floors, you're still going to get some pretty good little rewards out of this. And when you're getting books and you're getting gems and you're getting all the stuff that you get out of this greatly speeds up the development of your team. I mean, just getting 3 and 4-star chickens, I mean, that's going to help you. You don't have to sit down. You don't have to level up a 1-star to a 2, a 2 to a 3, and all that. You've got a 3-star chicken there for you. You get a 4-star chicken. You don't have to level up a 4-star. So after a few months of doing this, you're going to have chickens. You're going to have XP pots out of this thing, where you get the XP brews and you can level up your champs with. And that helps you. It moves your team up a lot quicker. And a lot of people, they get stuck on raid, and they just can't make any progression. Well, if you're not making progression, it's because you're not getting the rewards that you need to get out of this game. And I mean, the more void shards you get, the more blue shards you get out of this, and the more gems that you get to be able to buy blue shards, the more of those you pull with the mercy system, eventually you're gonna get legendaries. After 220 pulls of a blue shard, you're guaranteed a legendary. So you're gonna get more legendaries, because you're gonna get more shards, you get more gems and things of that nature. And you're gonna get from all those void shards. There's about 5 or 6 void shards between this and a little bit up into the hard level. And then, so, you do that every week for a year. Well, that's 260. Well, I mean, it's not, you have to do it every month, because it's a rotation of a month. But still, that's 60 void shards a year plus the other one. So eventually you're going to get one. And now you see, it easily beat that without any problem. And they didn't even lose any health. Now, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to take the same crew, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the dragon. I don't want to do the super raid. I just want to do one. Oh, wait a minute. Don't have the right guys. These are the better guys. I forgot, because the champs, it always puts in the good ones that you used the last time. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to use the same little crappy champs to do the first boss even. Now, the one thing you don't want to do with the dragon, of course, I don't know if any of you guys played this much, but, if you're a new player and stuff, but you do not want to burn the dragon, because it puts up, if you put an HP burn on him, he gets a continuous heals for that. Let's see, that's all of them except for one. And there. Okay. I have not done this before with this, but I imagine it'll be an easy way to go through this. I mean, the waves on any boss are not hard to kill. You know, usually, I mean, until you get into Doom Tower hard and you get up, and then some of the waves get a lot more difficult. But, you know, but most of the time, the waves before a boss are usually pretty easy to kill. They're made that way so you're on cooldown for all your skills so when you get to the boss. But, you know, I'm not doing that. I just got this thing on auto. I'm not trying to keep my skills on cooldown before I face the boss. I'm just going to let it go and see if it can actually, these actually crappy players can actually kill the boss on Doom Tower. Now, this is the first boss you're going to run into. Now, if I had Kale and I had a bunch of attack guys with no defense and stuff, you know, unless I'm killing this thing awfully quick, you know, I'm probably going to die. Because, you know, he's going to burn you, he's going to put a bunch of poisons, he's going to do a lot of stuff to you. And, you know, and you don't have any defense much. And then see this guy, he throws the increased attack up. That only worked for attack champs. I don't have no attack champs. I only have defensive guys. But see here, I'm already at 25% killed. But I've got a lot of good buzz from all these guys that come up. And that's without books. If they were booked, it would be a lot better. And I've been in Doom Tower hard before where I had a whole lot, and as you get up into Doom Tower, up into 60, 70, and 80, and like that, you need more resist, more accuracy, and you get up there, and some of those things have so much hit point and all that, and you can't really take your attackers in. You've got to use a really tanky team to be able to get through it. Some of those floors, you just can't do it with a bunch of attackers at all. I try to because it's quicker, and you know, but see, so this crew could go through a 50 level crew, and they could go through and they could clear the first 10 floors. Well, if you're going to clear the first 10, you're probably going to clear the first 19. And you would get some, if you're just starting out, you would get some good rewards, those first 19 rewards, just by starting out. When you're first starting out in Doom Tower. And when I look, and I'm like a free to play player, and I'm like, well, this is where all the goodies are. Because when you look at what you get now, at all the stuff, campaign, it gives you a few coins and it gives you some crappy armor. The armor's a waste. So there's nothing there except to level up your people. The dungeons, you're going to fight dragon like crazy to be able to get your armor, and you're going to fight spotter like crazy to be able to get your accessories. But, you know, and you're not going to worry when you're starting out about the sand devils because you're going to have to get decent armor to begin with before you ever want to level it up to begin with. And then you've got Iron Twins, which, you know, I don't have the energy for all this. We need more energy for this. I said that in another video. The faction wars, you want to do factions every day. I don't care if you can't do it level 1, level 2, level 3. You want to do every faction possible until you can finally get crews together that you can do all of them, because these are 4 and 6 star enhancements. You need a whole lot of those because sometimes they come out as 1, sometimes they come out, you know, you have a 5 star and sometimes it'll be 1, sometimes you get 5%. But, you know, and it takes a lot of coins because you're going to go through a bunch of those to get them leveled up really good. But you want to get those enhancements because those enhancements make your armor much, much better. And I went over that in a different video. So you want to be able to get through, and you want to be able to get all these done because you also get rewards along the way. I mean, I'm 10 points away from Lida right now, and she's one of the best champs in the game. And it takes a long time to get her because you need all these different factions. There are 13 of these things now, and you need 5 champs for each one, so you need 80 champions that are good, geared well. masteries done, books done to be able to get through these things because they get really hard at the end. Now, but they give you that. But but that's all you get out of it. Classic arena, it's just to move up your grade hall. That's all you get. The the tag team, you actually get Drex out of it. The bazaar is just like, yeah, it takes forever to get up a bunch of gold bars, and then what are you going to spend it on? Once you get Drex, there's not a lot, or you can buy one shard for 15,000 of these. And if anybody knows, this is a lot of points to be able to get to. All right, so you don't get a lot there. That one good champ is what you really want out of that. Then clan balls. Once you can get up to do clan balls, where you can get the points to do nightmare, and you can like one key or two key or whatever, but you get up and do nightmare, you get that last chest. Yeah, you're gonna get sacred shards. You're gonna maybe get a Lego book, but that's rare. They're only gonna get about 2 or 3 of these a month, and then then you can get one out of the. You can get also the drops out of the last chest on Ultra Nightmare, but you've got to be able to do a lot of points, have a good clan balls team for that. But it's still rare that you're going to get that. So when you're looking, and Hydra gives you some good armor. I mean, it gives you some decent armor. You can only get one of the Lego champion. I've already got it. That's all you get out of it. But Doom Tower, on the other hand, gives you a lot of stuff every day. Whereas, like the clan balls and the Hydra, clan balls give you something every day. Usually not great, but it gives you something. Hydra gives you something once a week. But this is an everyday thing. I mean, I've already finished all these 12. So after 12 days, I've got coins, chickens, energy, gems, you name it. I got everything out of this. And I've got all of the epic shards. And so when you look, your epic shards are going to go here. See, I'm into Zilch now. I've had Dark Hell done. I've had Gwyneth done. I've had Acock, Elmont, all of them. Rainy. I've done every one of the other epics. I've already fused Thea, and I haven't even leveled her up yet because I'm trying to finish up the other. But eventually I'll get around to leveling her up, and she's actually the hardest hitter in the game now. I mean, her reviews are terrible, but she's actually the hardest hitting champ in the game. All you do is take somebody who can throw a hex on everybody, and she has the skill that she does an AoE attack, and it stacks up to 300%. Well, if it's 5 people, 50% apiece, 250% extra damage from this attack. And this attack is extremely hard. I've seen 120, 130,000 points from hitting this thing. But that's what you get out of it. I mean, you're going to get a lot of really goodies out of Doom Tower. Doom Tower is something you should fight all the time. I mean, if you want to level up your team faster and make it much easier, Doom Tower is where your goodies are. And so, anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope it helps you get through Doom Tower a whole lot better. I hope you get a lot more goodies and it helps you with the game. Remember to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.